Well, look, we were talking about the Jamboree. What's funny about the Jamboree was, Matt, who we love, who was our main stage MC, did a lot of them. But he had, like, for some reason, his voice was not doing too well by the end of the day, I think on both Saturday and Sunday. So I took over a couple of those panels for him. And one of the ones I took over was for the Hammer, Fred Williamson. Fred Williamson is an actor, producer. He also played in Super Bowl I, known as the Hammer for his football playing days. So definitely a very blunt, very straightforward, but very awesome man for sure. And I remember, because I talked to him a little bit throughout the weekend, and I remember, because normally what I like to do is I like to start, if I do a panel, I'll start on the stage, and then I'll go out with the microphone and ask people questions. But I was like, it was a small enough room that people could yell out their questions. And I was like, I have to sit close to the Hammer the whole time, because if I don't, he's just going to be taking shots at me from the stage the entire time.
Oh my gosh,
So I was like, man, I've got to demonstrate to him that I'm not afraid to be within arm's length of him, within the reach of him for the entire length of this panel, or else it's just going to go sideways. But
he's so funny. Did you ask him what he thought about working with Quentin Tarantino?
He told me he sued him a couple times.
Yeah,
and he told me the second time he sued him, he called him and said, "Hey, so eventually he said, "Hey, I'm tired of suing you." And Quentin Tarantino said, "I don't care if you sue me or not, because it's not my money. The studio is going to pay for it anyway."
Oh yeah, because I remember I don't remember if it was you or somebody that was asking. He was like, "You should ask him what it was like working with me."
Yeah,
he didn't say that to me, but that's great. You should ask him what it was like saying. That's awesome. He was
man, kind of love. We don't like being called Fred.
So he made a movie called Inglorious Basterds decades ago.
Yes.
And then Quentin Tarantino made a movie called Inglorious Basterds, and that's whenever he called him and said, "Hey, I'm tired of suing you," and blah blah blah. So that's why Quentin Tarantino's movie is spelled
ERD.
ERD. That's why they changed the spelling of the movie, was because of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
True enough.
I think we only have a few more minutes left, but I do have my own Fred Williamson story.
Oh, do tell. We'll play a game.
This was at a previous show of ours. I actually got to sit down in this Q&A, and the guy that was running the panel, he was like, "All right, well, it's time for questions," or whatever he said. And one guy just raises his hand real fast, but then you have other people raising their hands, and you have Fred pointing slightly towards that guy, and he's like, "Oh, okay, yes, it's this kind of like gangly, kind of not so well spoken redhead," and he stands up. He's kind of just to put a mental image in your head. He's the kind of guy who's like, "Oh, may I ask a question? Thank you." Like before he asks a question, it's like, "Homie, you already asked a question. You just wasted your turn. Next."
Yeah.
But in any case, it's like, oh, it's my turn. And he stands, and Fred Williamson, it's like, no, not you, the brother. and it was the gentleman behind him. And so the redheaded lad sat down with his question unanswered.
Hey there, Humbl fam. The My Hero Convention in Florida is coming up fast, August 25th through the 27th. This event is for all ages and fandoms, with lots of exciting celebrities to meet, panels and events to attend, and tournaments and contests to win. I mean, it's hard to list them all in this short amount of time, but let's get it. You can meet Justin Briner, Lucy Christian, Monica Rial, Justin Cook, David Matranga, Emily Neves, Christopher Waycamp, Brittany Karbowski, Trina Nishimura, Leah Clark, Jamie Markey, Strange Cat Cosplay, Remy Domino, and Beku Koss, and who knows, maybe the Humbl team has a few last-minute surprise guests up their sleeves. And the cosplay, are you kidding me? I hear Florida brings it. Like every time. You guys gotta come out and see the cosplay contest, the video game and card game tournaments, the rave Saturday night. I haven't even mentioned the incredible artists in Artist Alley or the freaking sick merch you can get from the vendors. And it's all happening right across the street from a beautiful beach at the Destin Fort Walton Convention Center. Get your tickets now at www.myheroconvention.com or just check out the link in our bio. See you guys there. Until then, stay humble.